looked at the classic Kirchhoff method in the previous video. This time I want to look at something a little bit different called a mesh method. I have copy-pasted the circuit that I used in the classic Kirchhoff video just because it's going to make it a little bit easier to just have the same thing all the way through. It at least gives me a good way to solve and see what's going on. I did add this last minute. So for this mesh method, what I want to do is look at kind of complete loops and just draw in quick currents. So I'm going to go right here, say here's a loop. Go here in the middle and say here's a loop, and then I'm going to go on the end and say here's a loop. So this one I'm going to call I3. This middle one I'm going to call I2. This first one I'm going to call I1. With the mesh method, I'm not looking at junction rules at all. I'm just working with loop rules. So this first loop, I'm going to start here and work my way upward. I get that E1, that's my first thing, minus, I'm going to get to this guy, that's an R1 times I1. Minus, then I get to R2. R2 has I1 going in this direction, but as I go around this loop, I2 is in the opposite direction, so I'm going to have to go minus an I2. I get to this battery is facing the wrong way, so minus E2, and then I'm back to the start, equals 0. There's one equation. Because of this thing, because I only had I1, I2, I3, I have 3 unknowns. So I need 3 equations, which seems like it's going to be a whole lot nicer than classic Kirchhoff, but it's also a little bit more temperamental in just you have to make sure you know what you're doing because you are running fast and loose with a shortcut. So for the second loop, I'm going to do this middle one. I'm going to start here and start moving up. I'm going to have E2 minus R2 times. Now I2 is going in the direction of my loop. I1 is opposing it, so I'm going to have a minus I1. I keep going. I get to R4. For R4, the only thing going here is I2. I get to R3. R3, I've got I2 going in the direction that I'm traveling. I've got I3 going in the opposite direction. It wants to go upward. I keep going, get to R5, and that is with my red, so minus R5 times I2, and I am right back to the start, so it equals 0. There's a second equation. And then third equation, I'm going to do this loop on the end. I'm going to start here and start moving up, so I've got E3, got minus R3, and R3 has a couple things going on. It's got I3 going in the direction I'm moving, and it's got I2 opposing me. I'm going to keep moving. I get to R6. R6 has only I3 acting on it. And then I am back to the start, equals 0. So I have 3 equations with 3 unknowns. At this point, I can mathematically solve this. I know that there is a way to do it. It is fast to be able to get 3 this way, but because it's so fast, getting these parentheses right is actually really important, and it's a very easy thing to be moving a little bit too fast and not quite see what it is you're doing. So use this if you like, but use it with caution.